Well, welcome back to Coach B's studio. This one is a very special one to me. I was reading an article in Parents Digital Magazine. No more of the paper magazines, and they had a very good article on signs your child might need a therapist and how to support them. And I thought that is a subject that I really need to talk about. I think, at the heart of my training as a play therapist and my wife's involvement in parents as teachers, our own children and our grandchildren, um, and the work I do with clients, we see the opportunity. Parents have a lot of questions. Is this going to hurt the child in any way? Things like that. So, um, as we all know, parenting is an incredible journey in and of itself. And it has challenges, as all journeys do. And sometimes our precious children face struggles that maybe they're not equipped to handle on their own. In fact, the developmentally, there's a lot of struggles that they're not equipped to handle. And that's how perhaps maladjustments, like we've talked about, in inferiority complexes, superiority complex, or even life traps occur. So perhaps it would be good to talk about how professional support can help make a difference in helping a child grow, connect, and thrive. So today, we'll just mention some signs that you might see if they happen, that your child might benefit from seeing a developmentally prepared therapist, and how to find that support to help them navigate their challenges. Children, like adults, do experience deep emotions. They often lack the tools that we have to express and process them effectively. Many of us believe that children use play to process emotions. And therapy does not always, but can offer a safe space to explore these feelings, build coping skills, and develop resilience. Alfred Adler and others in child psychology have emphasized every child has unique needs, and understanding those needs is key in supporting their well-being. So let's look at some signs that may indicate that you ought to seek some additional support, whether it's through professional counseling, your church, even your friends, to talk to them. Some of those behaviors that we want to look out for is, do you feel like that your child is wanting constant reassurance? And again, we're going by your sense of the way things ought to be, and you have to have that checked out yourself. But if your child is frequently asking for reassurance, or seems fixated on finding those answers, it could indicate anxiety. It doesn't always, but it could. Therapy, the appropriate developmental play therapy especially, depending upon their age, can help them learn to navigate uncertainty and build confidence in their ability to cope. Here's a big one: changes in sleep patterns. Watch your child sleeping, and check in on them if you can. Sleeping significant or much more or less than usual could be a sign of anxiety or depression. And again, therapy can address any underlying concerns with that the child may be having, or that you may be having. What about increased isolation? What if your child seems to be withdrawing from family and friend, and it's not necessarily the developmental milestones like adolescence, but they're spending excessive time alone? This could signal depression. And what we would hope is that a therapeutic avenue could help them reconnect and regain interest in their relationships. Clinginess. Clinginess is a manifestation of a lack of confidence, too. Feeling of insecurity. And if you feel like they're overly clingy, unable to transition from home to another safe environment, it has to be a safe environment. We want to not force them and make sure that their clinginess isn't a sign that they've been introduced into what we would all recognize as an unsafe environment. Perhaps a specialist could help guide them into building self-reliance and resilience. Irritability and agitation. Quick emotional responses or increased irritability could be the expression of underlying anxiety again, or some emotional dysregulation. And again, therapy can help them. Interventions should be set up to help them develop tools for relaxation and emotional regulation. Loss of interest in favorite activities. If the child suddenly loses interest in things that they once seemed to have loved, could be a symptom of depression, more than just a change of interest. So we would, we'd want to observe and perhaps have a therapist take a look and see, is this due to mood changes or good factors? And finally, this is an important one. Keep your eye out for the neglect or significant change of hygiene or change in eating habits. They can be very red flags of warning signs for mental health struggles. So the next obvious question is, how do you find the right specialist? As always, talk to your pediatrician. They can be a great help in assessing your concerns and providing referrals to trusted mental health professionals. School personnel can often help as well, and they probably have resources that they can connect you with, and then of course online directories. As I might again put a plug in here for the Association for Play Therapy, and looking for specialists who have a proven record of working with children. So remember that the goal is finding a therapist that your child trusts and can connect with, but also one that can work with you and in your family goals. If they're not able to do that, move on. Don't hesitate to ask questions about our approach. We should be forthcoming in that. It's important to note that we don't want to wait for warning signs. And in future sessions, I'm going to cover Gary Landreth's child-centered play therapy that I was able to really learn from Dr. Marilyn Snow out of the University of Mississippi. But Charles Schaefer, Gary Landreth, Terry Kottman, and others have done marvelous work there to help the parent become the primal therapeutic agent there, the best ones for it. Some life changes that can proactively might be open to be considered is moving. Moving is very significant. Divorce, of course. The loss of a loved one or pet, even. So proactive therapy can help equip them with tools to navigate these transitions in life. We view therapy as a gift of growth. And it's not just about problems, but also well-being and potential. So, parenting is about guiding our children through challenges, empowering them to grow, connect, and thrive, and being able to recognize when they need and we need additional support. And that is an act of love and strength. So if you've noticed any of these signs in your child, simply or just simply want to offer them a safe space to grow emotionally, consider reaching out to a mental health professional. You're not alone on this journey. Thank you for watching and for taking time to support your child's well-being. Remember, grow, connect, thrive. One story at a time, one ritual at a time, and soon, one play event at a time.